Moving on, some rice farmers in northern Ghana are counting their losses as bushfires ravage hundreds of their rice farms. The Upper East, Northern and Northeast regions are the worst hit regions, as affected farmers attribute the situation to a lack of combined harvesters and ready market for their produce.
Over 400 hectares of rice farms along the Fombisi, Bedelembisi, Yagba rice valleys have been completely burnt by bushfires due to lack of combined harvesters. Rice farmers who are still harvesting the crop during this dry season are compelled to compete for a very limited number of combined harvesters that are given out at exorbitant fees to harvest their rice or lose their produce to bushfires. These 42 hectares of rice farm at Yagba with fire belts have been burnt completely, while another 26 hectares of rice farm have not been spared. The havoc is on these 200 hectares of rice farm at Sion. Some affected farmers expressed their ordeal to City News.
I made a total loss of 42 acres of my own that is burnt. What I have lost in this farm, I think that I should be able to talk about 27 to 30,000 cedis. And I attribute it to lack of combined harvester because the one that I have harvested, which is over 150 acres, have been done when I got the combine. But people were rushing on them, so he has to abandon mine to go for others.
One Tamale guy farm at show 300 acres. Bushfire just take everything, even single acre incorporated. As I'm starting now, they just call me that fire is my farm. But I organize some boys, they are there. I don't know whether they will be able to conquer it all.
Apart from losing their produce to bushfires, the farmers who have harvested their produce have to sleep in the valleys to protect their heaped produce from bushfires, whilst others are compelled to store their produce in homes due to lack of ready market for the produce. The rice farmers debunked claims that neither the Buffer Stock Company Limited nor rice millers had either bought all their rice or could not get rice to purchase for milling purposes.
What is here is about 850 bags that you are seeing here. That is not bought, but I still have some at the farm. Even as I'm talking to you, there are still a tractor conveying from the farm to the house. This place, I cannot keep it here because of the disaster. If you look at the environment, it is not suitable for me to pick something, the rice and come and fall here. The women may not even get space to cook their food. You can see it yourself. So that is why I'm living here. I'm sending them to other places to store them. But I haven't sold even a single bag. So my bags is still there.
Now you can see it. We are harvesting this rice down. And there is no buyers for us to sell the rice for them. And secondly, the combines too is a problem here for us, but seriously. Before you can get combine and harvest the rice, you run a lot. So me, like this, actually, I'm not thinking of going to the rice production next season safe. You go to bank and took loan, and come and be using this loan in this way. How are you going to pay the bank? I took about 6,000. Took about 6,000 to do this. You can see it if you can pay back.
This situation led the Peasant Farmers Association of Ghana to call an emergency meeting of all rice farmers in the 5 regions of the north in Navrongo to deliberate on recent challenges facing rice production in northern Ghana and propose pragmatic solutions to government in order to resolve the challenge. The head of programs and advocacy of the association, Charles Nyaba, has been proffering solutions to the problems facing rice farmers.
The challenge with the combined harvesters, the combined harvesters we have in the valleys are so weak and they are also limited. So if government is importing combined harvesters, We want to have that discussion with government to recommend the type of harvesters that are needed so that when they bring, they'll be able to serve the purpose. The last one we are looking at is the marketing component. You realize that we have so much rice still stuck on the field.
Rice farmers from the 5 regions of the north are certain that they have what it takes to produce enough rice for local consumption and export. But then there are critical challenges that government must urgently address for the realization of this vision, which are provision of adequate tractor services and combined harvesters to harvest rice on time, and also ready market for the rice produce. Reporting for City News, I am Frederick Awuni, Navron.